Welcome back to another market update and Market Mondays, my favorite time of the week. I'm here with my partner in crime. This is Young Emmanuel. He is a real estate guru. He's just very quiet. And today we're going to take a look at this past week, see what some of the trends have been, and see um, which way Katy Real Estate is headed for the week of the 14th through the 20th. Um, we're gonna go ahead and compare that to past last week. If you took a look at the video last week, want to make sure that you are following. Maybe subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you can see and follow along with what it is that's going on in the Katy market. Let's take a look here. I really just want to do a comparison just because it's been pretty much the same trend as it has been. However, let's look at this. So, strongest sellers by total units, your four bedroom homes in the Katy market. Now, this is both the Harris and Fort Bend side. So, we want to look also the average price. So, if you're watching this and you're considering making the move, just this is pretty accurate, and this also includes new construction. Something interesting that's happened this week actually is a lot of new construction companies have actually bumped up their prices due to cost of uh, materials. So you want to make sure. No, the microphone is fine. You don't have to touch it. So you want to make sure that when you're working with someone to get you into a new construction home, that you're getting the most accurate and up to date pricing, because they didn't all do it at the same time. Some of them might be doing it now at the time of this recording or later. So if you are looking at the new construction, you want to make sure that you're looking at the most accurate pricing. That way you don't get shocked at whenever you go to sign, which can happen, but it's highly unlikely. You just the difference. I guess what I'm trying to say is the difference here is what you might see online, the prices that you might see online versus the prices that you might see once you go to sign for one of these new construction home. Now, when it comes to resale homes, you're also seeing that, and I'll pull up the graph here in just a little bit, and I'm going to do it step by step so that you guys know that I'm not making these numbers up. This is exactly what's going on. You'll see for resale homes what the trend is as far as price changes too. But overall, excuse me, it's still a strong market. Still 32 sales in a week, 88 for four bedrooms. So the four bedroom product is still a strong sale. I think we also want to look at two bedrooms or lower. So there are some in the Katy area. So whenever you look at this, well, what if I need a two bedroom? It's not that there aren't any. It's those are typically rentals that landlords, and I say this based on conversations that I have with investors and landlords in the area, because I call every single person that might consider selling, right? So if it's somebody that's not living in the home, I've had a conversation with them. And yeah, the two bedroom product is a good rental. So they're not going to let that go. They're not going to be selling that anytime soon. So yeah, we want to look. If you're looking to make a move into the Katy market, just remember three or four bedroom. These are about the price ranges that you're looking at. And you're starting to see, so this is where the information for last week kind of comes into play a little bit. I want to compare these bottom numbers here. That's what I'm really interested in comparing is the days on market. So how long it actually takes to get the properties off the market. So this might not include, just to be completely honest, this might not include properties that have sold. Some of these properties at the time of this recording might still be on the property on the market, so they very well may still be. So we have to look at next week and see if they're starting to go from the 0 to 30 and into the 30 to 60, which would be a really, really interesting thing to see if we are starting to see a shift in the market, which I doubt, but that would be very interesting to see. So let's see last week. Just take a look down here. So you see a few more homes, like I said, have that were more than likely staying in the 0 to 30, didn't sell, and now they are in this 30 to 60 range. So does that mean, oh yay, things are finally changing? No, there might be more than one thing that is causing for that to happen. No, the microphone is fine. It's gonna be okay. So what we want to do is just keep an eye on things, right? It's still best practice to narrow things down. There's three things that I always tell buyers is narrow it down to, if you're looking to move into the Katy area, is narrow things down to a zip code. Then narrow it down to a handful of neighborhoods. You can base it on school, you can base it on amenities, whatever it is that you're looking for ultimately, right? And then have your realtor, whoever you're working with, uh, have them stay on alert and keep you updated on any move in that, any change in those particular neighborhoods. So narrow it down by zip code, narrow it down by neighborhoods, a handful of neighborhoods, and then just stay on alert. That's still best practices. That's not, I don't foresee that changing anytime soon. So then let's look at, come on, Papa. He's not interested in real estate today. We've had a long week. We'll tell you all about it. Well, I'll tell you now while I'm pulling this up. So we've had a couple of listings that went on the market one after the other. And one of them was a really hard fought battle of, not on our end really, because the house was ready to go. There was no repairs needed. It was a great area, a great home. It's just the buyers were, they created this fight. They created this situation where they're, what are you doing? They themselves created this situation where they wanted to continue to send uh, the same buyers, sending different offers instead of just sending their very best offer right from the beginning. I think that's another thing that I'm noticing getting these listings to market is, as a buyer, as a seller, um, trust your realtor, trust your agent to give you the right pricing strategy. And I'm actually putting together a video on pricing strategy, and it should be out next week. But trust your agent to provide the right pricing strategy. And if you're doing it alone, if you're selling the home by yourself, then kudos to you. But when you're a buyer, you want to get your very best offer right from the beginning, because the market conditions are such that there is no one-on-one negotiation on each offer, right? So my client will, as a seller, will sit in front of a stack of offers, and we'll go through them and what each offer, price, and terms means to them. But do not go into it. This is what I tell my buyers, which is why usually they end up buying new construction, is don't go into it thinking that you're going to get a response. Actually, go into it believing that you're not going to get a response. You're never going to hear from the sellers. So give it your very best from the very beginning, and make it something that you're comfortable with if it actually gets accepted. Don't make it something uncomfortable that you might be stretching your finances, or it might put a strain in your life or in your family. It's not worth it. So talk to your agent, whether you're buying or selling, and make sure that you're doing the things that are comfortable for you and comfortable for your family. So we wanted to look at, okay, so yeah, we want to also, let's see, we want to look at this. We want to see sales price versus list price ratio. So as we're seeing, um, the um, overall trend is a little bit of home staying on the market a little bit longer, just a little bit, not too long, not too much. I want to see the most popular product. Let's see what 4 bedrooms are doing in anything that has Katie in it, or let's just see if they're staying on the market longer. So logic would dictate that you're looking at a lower ratio of list to sale price, right? Meaning, if it's listed at this much, then it probably sold under listing because it's staying on the market longer, right? It didn't find the right buyer. Um, let's see. Mm-hmm. I don't believe so either. So in fact, we're gonna. This is the last 5 years. Let's look at the last 12 months. So it does seem. Hmm. Why am I not getting data for the? Uh huh. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You're right. So right, exactly. So what we're seeing is that that's true, but I think exactly. I think then the problem becomes that then it is a zip code specific thing. If we go to where I know for a fact the most 4 bedrooms are being sold, it might be a different story. Let's see. No, it's about the same. So you're seeing a decline. Is this boring to you? This is pretty cool to me. All right. Okay, okay, sir. So it just seems like we're seeing is a decline in the amount that a seller is getting compared to uh, their list price. So this is not to panic. This is, look, back here, back here, the market sentiment, what everybody was feeling like was that over here. Let's start over here. So, wait, prices are on the rise, prices are on the rise. So, don't forget that we're talking about two different metrics. We're talking about what the house actually sold for versus what it listed at, okay? So then what happens is we continue to list it, we continue to list it higher, we continue to list it higher, we continue to list it higher, and it continues to close or sell, finally sell at a higher price, and it continues to, so we keep increasing list price per square foot, or however the metric is measured. We continue to do it, so we reach the peak where we listed so high to start. We're not paying attention to fundamental pricing strategies, that now buyers are saying, well, we're not paying that, here's my offer. So now, to move quickly, offers are being taken that are below list price. Now that's one of two things. Either the seller is saying, well, I understand that your pricing strategy is that you want to come in low to sell higher, that way we get more, attract more potential buyers. But what if we miss out on, so there's FOMO, right? There's fear of missing out. What if we just sell at, what we just list at 10,000 more, that way that's our new floor, and that it's obviously not working. And then what's also happening is, instead of the seller saying that, the agent is saying that. So you have to be very careful. What are you eating? You have to be very careful what you're listing at, to not fall into this trap. This is essentially, that's what this is a trap. It's a trap that's gotten people to say, well, we can list it in higher and higher. No, what was working here is listing it right and coming to the market at the right price. And then now, instead of continuing to shoot up, it's on a downward trend because, well, honestly, we're listing a little too high. But at the end of the day, you're still getting a phenomenal price when you go to close, right? So this isn't a 20% drop. This isn't a 30% drop. This is a few bips, a few basis points, a few percentage points. So it's nothing to panic about. We just have to make sure that we stay fundamentally safe when it comes to listing these homes. I really hope that helps you get a sense of what's going on in the market, specifically the Katy market. I am Jorge, your Katy Realtor. This is my #1 assistant, Emmanuel, who is ready for a nap. And we'll catch you on the next one.